What's up, YouTube? I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I figured today's a good day since it's 200 degrees outside and it's 300 degrees inside my house. Let's do this. I wanted to show off my Occidental tool belt. I use this for framing, finish carpentry, and basic all-around construction stuff. So first off is my tape measure. I keep a 35 footer because I've got to measure some stuff that's pretty long. We've been doing a lot of framing lately, so I don't really like to have it this big, but I don't really have a choice. I could show some tricks on this, but I might save that for another video. I got a lot of tricks on measuring, and you can use it as a chalk line, as a compass. You could do all kinds of stuff where you don't even really need to think if you know how to use the tape measure the right way. So I like keeping my tape on the left side because it allows me to grab my pencil and my tape at the same time. Make my mark, put my tape back, and with the same hand, grab my square, square it up, throw both back at the same time, and make my cut. Seconds turn to minutes, minutes turn to hours, hours turn to days. That's what somebody told me a long time ago, and it stuck with me. So I always try to make those seconds count, because when you're working for yourself, every second counts. Next up, my hammer. Always keep a finish hammer with me, but every now and then I gotta bust out the big boy framer. But for me, this one works good. I've had it for many years. The tip is getting a little bit wobbly, but it doesn't really seem to bother me. I'll keep it right here most of the time. Once in a while I'll keep it right here, just for easy access if I'm working in a wide open space. And I keep it here rarely. A lot of guys don't like it because it hits up against them. For me, it doesn't really bother me. I utilize all three on a regular basis. Right now, for these purposes, I have it right here. A utility knife. I keep a fastback. Some guys, they keep it folded up in their bags, and like I said, just for speed purposes, I always keep it open, and that way it's ready to go when I need it. Let's just go line by line through my right hand side. A chisel, always got to have a sharp chisel. This one is a Buck Brothers. I usually either keep a 3/4 or 1 inch, and you can use this as a pry bar. You can use this to crack open a beer. You can use this for probably a lot of things that you might not think of. Maybe even a scraper or something like that. Pencil, always got to have a sharp pencil, even for framing. You want to have accurate marks. That way your cuts are accurate. That way you're only cutting once after you measure twice, of course. Screwdriver, you always got to have a screwdriver. This is a multi-bit, but the only bummer is that the plastic inside of here broke, so all the bits, they kind of just shake around. Kind of a bad design, DeWalt. I would like to have seen maybe more metal, especially because every now and then you grab your screwdriver and you bang something into place, and right away all the little holders broke off. So this does have a ratcheting function, which is kind of nice. And also, for whatever reason, they made it come out so you can insert it into a drill, which I've never utilized. Next up, Linesman Pliers. These are some of my favorite tools right here. I use these to pull finish nails out of the backside of a baseboard. If you're doing some sort of retrofit and you got to pull the baseboard off, install a cabinet, cut the baseboard and put it back. Sometimes we're dealing with custom trim that you really can't find anymore. So pulling the finish nails through the backside, I really like these. You can, even if you hit a sheetrock screw or something like that, you can cut the head off of the finish nail. And that brings us to the next tool. You can beat it in with the punzón, they say in Spanish, but this is a nail set. Always have a nail set if you're doing finish work. And actually, I've been doing a lot of framing, a lot of window trim exterior, and we shoot them on with 8D ring shaped nails, and every now and then you got to set it and you don't want to depress the wood with the circle of your hammer, so I have a big nail set. Well, this is actually a punch, but I use it as a nail set for 8Ds, and it actually comes in really handy. You wouldn't expect like this to be used for some sort of finished work that's exterior, but this for me works really good. I keep that right there because I don't really carry too many nails. We use a gun for a lot of the stuff, so I'm not really carrying too many nails. I carry some finish screws. I think these are T10. These work wonders for sucking things in, and you don't need to pre-drill them most of the time. It leaves a small head. What else do we got over here? When we do need a bigger screw, Countersink. Now this Countersink works wonders because when you're dealing sometimes with MDF or you're dealing with some sort of pre-finished material, you put a screw in there and it will completely bulge out, and when it's countersunk, it seats perfectly and it makes the painter's job a lot easier, and they'll thank you for that. I always keep that right there. Here, I'll keep a torpedo level or something like that. Right now I have a Sawzall blade. Like I said, I'm working outside, so every now and then we got to do a little bit of demo. Keep an extra pencil. If your pencil's not this sharp minimum, don't talk to me. Plastic square, a lot of guys make fun of me for this, but when you're working on a finished floor, maybe you got something up ahead and you're on a ladder, you lose your balance, you drop your square, you're not going to dent that brand new hardwood floor. Now, these are only $4, so if it does break, no big deal. And I do keep a metal square for when I'm doing heavy framing in one of these boxes. If you want to know what's in those boxes, let me know down below. Cat's paw. You always need to remove a nail. You always need to get in there, split two 2x4 so you can get your Sawzall in there and cut the nails out. Every now and then you use this as a pry bar, and if the situation calls for it. Oh, also you can use this as a bottle opener too. Now, sometimes I'll keep a combination square in here, but I do try to keep my bags light. So I don't have anything in here right now. When I was doing a lot of retrofit work, I would actually keep a jab saw in there. But now we use one of those oscillating tools, and those are just a lifesaver. I don't know how we worked with one before they were invented, but those multi-tool, oscillating tool, fine, whatever you call it, vibrator, vibrador, they're all lifesaver, and it just comes in so handy, and it's one of those tools that you use almost every day. This pouch, I'll use it for a chalk box and miscellaneous. If I'm doing some sort of demo and I have some old screws, I'll throw them in here. But I don't like to keep too much in here. I like to keep it light just in case I need to put something in there. It's not going to affect my hammer placement or my screws or my nails. Like I said, I don't really try to keep too much stuff in here because I try to keep it light. So if you like what you see, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, give me whatever is good on YouTube. And if you want to see what's in this box, or that box, or that box, or that box, or all of them, and those bags over there in the corner, and I got other stuff in my truck, let me know. And we got to end the video on a good note. Like I said, it's 200 degrees outside, 300 in the old house. Let me demonstrate my hammer / bottle opener.